Hey, I'm Eric Major with Bundle, and we've had a few people ask how we make our explainer videos on our site. So we're a mortgage shopping platform, so we have a lot of educational material on there for home buyers. And what we chose to do was do animated videos. And I'll give you a quick, example of one of those, and then I'm going to show for other entrepreneurs, especially those who've asked, how we made them. And so I've done a lot of the research on which software to use, what's the best equipment to use, and that type of thing. And so you can go down that route and research it yourself, but I've done some of the work myself. So I'm going to go as quick as possible here to give you sort of the overall, way that you would do this. And then if you have questions, you can, reach out to me and ask about specific stuff. So here's just an example of one of the videos that we use. And so this is, you can write some, it looks like it's writing stuff, and it looks like you're writing on a whiteboard. So that's the core sort of animated version that we use for a lot of our explainer videos. And so this is something that we built internally. I don't know if you could hear me over the audio there, but we built these internally. So and you can do it with really just time and effort and not pay somebody extra to do it. So really the first basic thing that I would suggest always is, and this is something that I didn't come up with myself. I heard this recommendation. What you want to do is you want to specifically record your audio first. So figure out what you want to say, and then record that audio, and then you edit that audio. And now you have sort of your base that you want to build the video around what you're saying. So it makes it a lot easier than doing it the opposite way. Hey Marco, but the trick is doing the audio first, editing the audio, and then going back and creating your videos. So, and then I'll tell you the exact software that we use. So number one, the way that I record the audio is with this Zoom H4n Pro thing. I don't even know what these are, just recorders. And then you take this. I know it looks funny, but it's a microphone, and it has sort of this wind protector thing, so it really sort of cleans up your voice. And you just plug this thing in there, and you turn it on, and you press record, and you go through what you're trying to say. And sometimes you'll have to say a sentence over again if you stumble over it or something like that. And then you take that file, press stop or whatever, and you take that file, you plug it in, you plug this into your PC or your Apple or whatever, and then you're going to download the MP3 audio file. And so the first step is doing the recording, and then you're going to use something called Audacity. So it's a free software you can get online, and it's a audio editing software. The main things that I do here are I cut. So here's the cut. So once you import something, let me see if I can import something real quick so we can get a feel for what this looks like. So the main things that I do in Audacity is you can cut. So say you don't want this blank space at the beginning of your audio, then you would go to this cut thing right here. It's going to cut that out. Then the next biggest thing that I use this for is take a spot here that is, so like right now, and I'm not even going to do this for this video, but right now there's a AC blowing above my head. So there's sort of this white noise that you'll hear all the time whenever you make an audio recording. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight a space where you're not talking. These big lines are where you are talking. And then you're going to go down here to noise reduction, and you get the noise profile. So you press this button, and it's going to get sort of that white noise that's happening in the room. And then you highlight everything, go back to that same noise reduction thing, and then you're going to press OK. And then it's going to get rid of whatever that white noise is. It does a really good job. And sometimes I do that actually twice, because if there's a lot of background noise, it'll get rid of most of it, but then you do that same process again, get the noise profile, and then apply it to your whole audio file, and then you're good to go. So, go through, I use like the big obnoxious headphones so you can really hear your voice, and you go through, you get rid of any of the retakes or anything like that you did that you didn't say it right the first time, and then you cut all those out. You make it exactly how you want it. There's actually something else too where you can add, you can generate silence, like if you want the beginning of it to have a little bit more where there's no voice or anything like that. If you want to do like an intro slide or something like that, you can do that. So you save that. So what we did before is we imported an MP3 file. Now we're going to export a file, export as MP3, and then you just save that new file somewhere else. And so now you have your nice clean audio file that you've removed any of the mess ups that you had, and you remove the white noise, you add anything in there that you want to. And then so now you're pretty much done with Audacity. And again, this is a free software. And then now what we're going to do for the animated videos is we're going to move into something called Video Scribe, which is also super cheap. It's like $30 a month for a subscription. And here's all the ones that we've made, intro videos, different home buyer, different home buyer educational videos. And so we're just going to do a new one, and I'm only going to show you just really briefly how this works. So number one, you're going to take that audio file that you just created, and you're going to import an MP3. And so that's going to bring in that file that you just created. Here's some examples that I have. And so now you'll be able to line up what you are doing with the animated piece. And the animated piece looks so much more difficult when it's done than what it actually is. So this software is what I feel like is really cool, and I think it's the best one from the research that I did. And so let's just say that we wanted to put a person here, and then you wanted to like draw an arrow. So you just put this little picture person right here, and then, or let's do a star instead. So for whatever reason you want to put a person and a star, you can also import, your logo or something, and it will do the same thing. And so right now this is a sort of 5-second clip, and you can talk about how you want to do it. So you can fade it in, you can draw it. So most of the time we draw it. It talks about how long it takes to animate. So how long it takes to draw the actual picture, what the pause is between at the end of it, and then how long it takes you to transition to something, because it sort of refocuses on the new thing. So I'll show you what that looks like. And so, a lot of times it's way too long for what I use it for. So I always sort of decrease the amount of time it takes to animate it, and then go from here. And then you can also zoom in and zoom out and that type of thing. But so let's just go back to the beginning, and we're going to play it right now. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, play is up here. So we're going to play this right now, and then it's going to show you how these look. And so that had a hand on it as well. And so you can get rid of the hand, or you can change what that looks like. Like we don't do the hand ever, so we take that away. So no hand. You can also do right or left or something like that, but we just do no hand on these. And so you have to do that for all of them though. And then you play it again, and then it's gonna draw it without the hand or the marker, and then it's gonna draw the star. You again have to take the hand out of that one as well. So that's pretty much it. Then you just when you're done, and so obviously this is 10 seconds of video, so our videos are 2 minutes or 4 minutes long, and so it actually does take quite a while, making it exactly how you want it, and lining up the person or lining up the star with the words that you're saying in the audio file. But you can play around with it, and depending on how consumer facing it is, you might want to put a little bit more effort into really, really making sure you have all the exact right icons and everything. But that's pretty much it. And so Video Scribe is one, Audacity, and then this, the sort of the hardware is Zoom and H4n Pro, and then I think this is a Shure, something like that, microphone, and you get that done, and that's pretty much everything you need. And it looks like you've spent $2,000 per video when you're done. So just a quick sort of, save you some time on the research and get you started as fast as you can. If you ever have any questions, just ping me on the Slack channel for QCF or RevTech Labs, and I can help you out doing whatever you need. All right, that's it.